Mosh und herzlich willkommen zurück zu weiteren Aufgaben hier in Is 9 Monstrum Nox mit Katze am Start. Katze unterstützt uns heute wieder. Die hat sich wohl dazu entschieden, jetzt doch zu helfen, ne? Noch zu bleiben. Du wandelndes Ding, du wandelbares, du wandelndes Gemütstier. So, weiter geht's mit Is Monstrum Nox. Wir haben beim letzten Mal den Widerstand entdeckt und hier gibt's noch ein Fool and a Treasure. Und jetzt müssen wir eigentlich in die Kloaka Maxima. Das machen wir aber gleich erst. Erstmal gehen wir noch zu Fool and a Treasure. Jetzt geh nicht wieder weg. So, wo ist sie denn? Die muss hier irgendwo sein, die Serradi. Wahrscheinlich hier. Oder hier unten. Ah, hier unten. So heiß.
Yes.
Ask about request. Oh, that was fast. Couldn't wait to get your hands in the pie, could you? That's not exactly it, no. We were just worried what kind of mess you might get into going at this alone. But first off, is it really true? Have you really found that hidden treasure you've been looking for all this time? That's right. Take a gander. An old, worn out wall? Or what? Wait. It's hollow on the other side, isn't it? Must be some sort of secret entrance. You can hear the faint echo coming from deep within. Whatever lies behind, this must lead to the wide underground space of some sort. I had a feeling you'd get me at all. Was wird das denn? Nein! Nein! Bleib da drin! Nicht rumtanzen hier! Nicht rumtanzen hier! Leg dich hin! Leg dich hin! Leg dich doch hin! Kleine Maus! Leg dich doch hin! Leg dich doch hin! So! So! Hm? So! So! Hier! So! So wird ein Schuh draus! So wird ein Schuh draus! Ja, so wird ein Schuh draus! I had a feeling you'd get me at all. Was denn? Ihr bleibt da drin. Nee. Muss da drin bleiben. See... See, you found a spot. This spot after going through old Barkian Maps. Ja gut, dann nehme ich die Kittycam erstmal wieder raus. Der Fehlschlag mal wieder. Danke, Katze, für nichts. Katze. Was soll das denn jetzt? Jetzt ist sie doch wieder. Jetzt will sie wieder raus. Ey, diese Katze, die macht mich heute wahnsinnig. Ich bin gleich wieder da. Ich komme hier zu nichts. Du machst mich wahnsinnig, Katze. Weißt du das? Du machst mich wahnsinnig mit deinem Hin und Her. Danke. Oh, meine Güte. Rein, raus, rein, raus, rein, raus, rein, raus, rein, raus, rein, raus, rein, raus. Ich kenne spannendere Aktivitäten und spaßigere Aktivitäten, die so funktionieren. Meine Güte. Katze. Ich liebe Katzen. Ich liebe Katzen. Sie sind nur zuweilen mal ein wenig anstrengend. So. Das sind mir Pussys lieber. So. See, I found this spot after going through some old Baldukian maps and literature. Most don't even give it a sidelong glance, plus it's near the prison old fortress ruins. Considering the wall was completely sealed off, I have a sneaking feeling. Not total confidence that this is the place, no doubt about it. Through, I'm sure, the only part you care about is the actual runes themselves, isn't it? Guess we don't have so much in common after all. Not that it matters either way. In any case, the way inside seems to be filled with booby traps galore. It just be such a hassle for a fragile gal like me to step in all by her lonesome. Catching on that yet? All I need is for you nice strong boys and girls to help me to explore these ruins. Naturally, I'll be paying you handsomely given what we actually find the treasure. We'd happy to help.
Yeah.
I had a feeling you might. Not that he particularly gave us a choice. Adolf probably already tuned the rest of us out after hearing that. Ah, well, what's we're waiting for? Let's get smashing this wall down. Hold on, you knew Adolf wouldn't be able to say no to this, didn't you? Yeah, can't let our eyes off her for a second this one. Aww, you really know just what to say to a girl. Now, without further ado, how about busting open that entrance for us, Miss Raging Ball? Tough girl like you should be able to take it down in one hit, no? Yeah, just a second. BAM! Well, this place is about to as ruined as ruins can get. So, this is where you think the royal family stashed their treasure centuries ago? Considering it still has yet to be found, I'm almost inclined to believe it. Yeah, all these traps in here have to be protecting something. We need to be careful what's ahead. Now I'm getting excited. As if you weren't already. Good to know. I picked the right man for the job. I'll just let you monstrums take the lead on this one. My money says the treasure hidden all the way in back. Let's go get it. Alles klar. Dann wollen wir mal. Blaue Glubbels! Ach, das ist doch dieser Gefängnisweg. Ui, ja. Traps ist hier Name of the Game, wa? Und der Weg ist frei. Secret Branch. Er hat auf jeden Fall keine neuen Skills. Okay. Dahin führt der Weg, dann gehen wir hier lang. Denn hier ist noch ein Treasure. Ein Shell. Ist jetzt nicht unbedingt das Besondere. Aber reicht. So. Und weiter geht's. Ich hoffe, ohne Probleme diesmal. So. Aromatic Lumber, Armored Shell. Ist ja immer noch ein Schalter da. Okay, zwei Schalter. Zwei Türen haben sich geöffnet. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, welche ist. Ach, scheiße. So, jetzt hat es zum Glück wieder gefangen. Ich wollte gerade sagen, irgendwo ist noch Mob. Da. Laseraugen, habe ich mir schon was gedacht. Können wir leider nicht zerstören. Na, jetzt bin ich gespannt. Was erwartet uns hier? Huh? A dead end? Looks like this room is as far as we can go. What? But there's nothing in here at all. Looks like we drew the losing ticket. All that was for nothing. I wouldn't be so sure about that. A miasma? Look, it's an entrance to the Grimwald. Let's jump in. Oh, darling, as always, aren't we at all? Well, monster, shall we? Wow! Look at all this gold and jewelry. I knew it. It's really here, the hidden treasure of 100 years' war. For 5 centuries, they said it was nowhere to be found. Well, eat your hearts out. Woohoo! Jackpot! Mama's hit the big one! You little lovelies are all coming home with me! Sorry, you're kind of scaring me. Well, she did basically fulfill her lifelong dream, more or less. Still, why is all of this in the Nox to begin with? Oh, details, what does matter? Isn't finding an ancient, unfound treasure trove enough? It's on its own? If being a thief was really so bad, times like these would... Good! Now, come on! We're hauling this out of here, starting filling those pockets. Huh? Was only a matter of time. Lemieux, I suppose we expected this. They've got another thing coming in. They think they keep me from my prize. Everyone, out these little claim jumpers, and I'll see you a nice share of the pot. Aber gar kein Problem. Das wird garantiert nicht der letzte sein. Oder? Nur die? Ja, ein bisschen zu einfach, oder? Alright, that should... War klar. How are there still so many? Oh. There ain't no end to them. They just keep popping up. I'm not so sure we have the mean to handle this. We have to call it quits. Wait, and leave all these witches behind? It isn't the time for that, Sharadi. We're leaving. You wanna stay behind and complain? Be our guest. Phew, that was too close. Yeah, looks like the entrance closed up behind us too. Just what was that swarm of lemurs? Well, lemurs are born from amity, right? Negative emotions and all that. And greed is one of them. A part of human nature, no matter how much or how little. I bet tons of people have been looking for that treasure. Just like the good dog here. I see, so after 500 years of accumulated greed, the treasure was eventually absorbed into the Grimlock Nox. That sounds almost too crazy to be true. Who gives a damn either way? Sarati. Listen, I know you're not happy about this, but not even we can chase our 5 whole centuries worth of lemurs, you know? I know. That woman spent no gold after all. It's just, I finally found that hidden treasure after all this time searching, and all I have to show for it is this piddly little thing. Hey! Just when did you? Can't keep our eyes off our sticky fingers here for a second, huh? It must be incredibly valuable, being a 500-year-old royal heirloom and all. Please, a tiny little pebble like this won't make up for all I went through to get here. That mountain of gold was my own one-way ticket to the lap of leisure and luxury. It's more thrilling this way. What? Thrilling, huh? You're right, Sarati looked like she was having the time of her life. Right from the moment we start, now that I think about it. Yeah, and that was before we even knew wherever the treasure exists to begin with. You wouldn't done just about anything to find, consequences no withstanding. Ha! Guess that makes you and that old birds of a feather. What, me? No, you're just being ridiculous, lumping me of all people in with an adventurer? Alright, I'm over it. We can head back. After all, every second I waste mopping about some treasure I missed out on is a second better spent chasing down the next. That's the spirit? She's persistent, if nothing else. After parting ways, the monster picked up where they left from their activities.
I'm just happy we can help.
Genius Green? Jetzt auch nicht, das ist für Adol. Nee, das ist für hier den anderen. Garantiert, oder? Für Jules. Ja. Oh Gott! Total schrecklich aus. A thrilling vocation. The lemur's swarm forced to retreat from the lure shot hidden treasure, but it's clear she enjoys these thieving escapades. Das ist doch gut. So, auf zur Cloaca Maxima. Der eigentliche Point of Interest. Those resistance members should be hiding out in here somewhere. We've made it this far. All that's left is to hunt them down. Let's get to stepping. Ich wollte sagen, sind hier stärkere Gegner drin? Den müssen wir ja nicht kämpfen. Dass wir überhaupt noch was anhaben können. Ah, da. Okay. Oh. Ach, da kann man vorher nicht hin. Okay, da wäre ich auch so hingekommen. Egal. We found them. Who's there? It's the monstrums. Turns out our little hunch was right. Doesn't seem like Margaret here, but I'm sure she'll rendezvous soon enough. That's one hefty stash of weapons and ammo you got there. Not to mention enough powder to send a good several guard posts up in smoke. But there's like, what, only 6 of you chumps all forever talked about a letdown. Right as we were finishing up our preparations too. Damn monstrums, mind your own business and scram for once. Maggott's the one who sent us. What? Why would the boss do something like that? Look, why don't you just give up this crazy plan and arrest already? Think before you act. That's what Perry told us to tell you. Hey Gaston, maybe the boss is against the whole this whole thing after all. You heard what old Gier said. Things have changed since the war. You mean all that crook about living in harmony with room to restore Belduc? Doing that makes us no better than livestock, cozying up to the hands of that feed us. We Gleans have our pride like hell. We're submitting to those rotten invaders. Gaston, we'll never give in. Not until they answer for what they've done to us. Until every single life we lost to the war is paid in full with Roman's blood. He's gonna offer a deep end. All you end up doing is showing even more hatred. And the one who suffer for it most are the one who did nothing to deserve it. You think we're just gonna sit back and let that happen thing again? So that's how you wanna play it, huh? Fine, we need a good warm-up round before taking a room away. Gaston, what So, you wanna romp with the monstrums, do ya? You should reconsider.
Hold on.
Shut up! Shut it! The ship already sailed 8 years ago. The grief and suffering those rooms wrought on us is one we'll never forget. They killed our friends and families, plundered our cities and slapped a tax on them besides. Don't you get it? This is the only way for us to take our dignity back. And if you monstrums aren't with us, you may as well as be against us. That's right! The only thing those rooms I'll get from us is a taste of their own medicine. We'll cast every one of those dirty trespassers out of our rightful lands. They'll be sure to heard our message back at the capital loud and clear. And when the bells of freedom start to ring, well now the pride of Gier will never die. Yeah! You guys, get a hold of yourselves. Huh? Huh? Pride. What the hell are the... Monsters! Where did they come from? It's just like in the Grimworld. All that hatred and spite they've built up must have brought forth the Nox. Gah, who gives a flying damn either way? These guys will be more fun than those lame resistant wimps. Oh, brother. Guess we have no choice. Okay, das hätten wir. They're gone? Amazing. I can't believe you actually defeat those things. Phew. That takes care of that. You guys are pathetic. You really think you can head on head with the room after covering our small fry like that? Hey, come on, Hog. You think you know everything, don't you? Whatever. Where a match for them or not is besides the point. All that matters is making those rooms suffer every bit we have and more. If we don't, everyone we lost 8 years back will have died for nothing. Right, guys? Right. We've come too far to give it up now. I give up my life if it means getting revenge on Room. Gaston, everyone, please! Do you really think that's safe, Gier? Don't act like you get a say in any of this. What do you know? Enough. This ends here. My God! Goodness me, I certainly didn't expect the monstrums to be here. Perhaps they acquainted with those youngsters I met at the bars? In a sense. That aside, it would seem they've managed to carry out my request. But boss, I said enough, Gaston. The Bells of Freedom wasn't formed as a way to vent your frustrations. What? Vent my frustrations? Is that all this is to you? Do you have any idea how much we've been doing for Gier? Were that really the case, I would stop behind you until the bitter end. And as she will lit the first spark, I intend to support you no matter what it cost. To bear the weight of your lives and misdeeds as though they were my own. But I think you put it best no. You put it best no. That's all that matters of making those rooms suffer. That you give up your lives of it means getting revenge on Rome? Tell me, where in the creed of the Bells of Freedom have I missed those words? Fight without belief of conviction, and you'll be no different from those monsters. That's... Of course. All of this is just as much my responsibility as everything else. Your old crone of a leader has failed to guide you on the path of right. For that I apologize. I truly do. Boss! That same fault lies with every one of us old-timers. But it's not too late. You youngsters still have your whole lives ahead of you. That's exactly right. I want you all to take this time to gather yourself together and reflect. Both on what it really means to save Gier, and on why the bells of freedom truly ring. So long as you safeguard this city with pride, I know the right answer will come. I'm sure my boy wouldn't have wanted it any other way. White as ever was. All's well that ends well. Nothing more boring than a happy ending. What comes next up to them? Sorry to have put you all this trouble, boys and girls. I can say I knew who this would turn out, but I'm glad I made that request. We're glad we could help?
No.
You have my thanks. The situation in Baldur is nearing its peak. You have my aid no more than ever before. As both the leader of the Belts of Freedom and ever stubborn old bad Margaret Reyes. Adol and the others return to the bar and report what happened after. Having finally settled her concerns over the resistance, Margaret was welcomed back in the Netherlands with open arms. A full potion bekommen. So, und jetzt muss ich wieder ein bisschen farmen. Zumindest 200 Nox-Punkte muss ich farmen. Das heißt 200, 120 noch. Das dürfte eigentlich ziemlich schnell gehen. Aber in der Zeit machen wir mal kurz einen kleinen Break und wir sehen uns gleich wieder. Frisch schaffen muss sein. Bis gleich, haut rein. Euer Silvarius. Be right back. Au! And outer.